All right, folks. It is now July the 7th, 2022, and the time is now 10:13 a.m. on the East Coast. And markets are open now. And as you can see, the markets decided to continue to rally. Now, this is going to be a VIX watch. I told you guys to also continue to keep an eye on the VIX. I want to just show you guys a daily chart of the VIX first, and then we're just going to show you guys what the VIX has been doing, since 2020. But if you can see, here is the VIX, current movement of the VIX since the market is open, and notice how it's been in this trending triangle channel pattern for quite some time, where it's pretty much looking for either breakdown or breakdown out of this range, or a break up out of this range. So that's what we got to watch for now. The VIX is like setting at an area of support and refusing to make any drastic moves higher or lower just yet. With that said, VIX is just stuck. It's just sitting right here, folks. Just sitting right here. Last time we were hovering around that level, look what happened. We got a big spike in the VIX. Hovered around a level here. We got a big jump in the VIX. Hovered around a level here. VIX went up, came back down a little bit, then went right back up. So are we in store for a possible VIX spike in the very, very near future? That is very possible. Very possible. So pay attention to the VIX, because if the VIX starts to really take a big move higher, we can start to see the market start to reverse very quickly. Look at the full stochastics on the daily chart of the VIX. Now in oversold territory. Look at the wins percentage on the VIX, now in oversold territory on the daily chart. Look at the RSI. Not quite deep in oversold territory, and we don't have to get there, but it's been trending lower since June the 13th. The RSI on the VIX been trending lower. Been trending lower for almost a month now. Okay, so I think July is going to be a telltale sign. I think somewhere between now and next week, by the middle of July, we can start to see this VIX start to spike again. So pay close attention to that. These rallies again, bear market rallies, they're probably going to confuse a lot of folks. They're going to be you see some big strong moves with these bear market rallies. But then what happens, several days later, if they could completely reverse and unravel. It's going to confuse a lot of folks. So just be mindful, pay close attention to the VIX. VIX will probably be a leading indicator as to when we can see markets reverse. And I think we're getting very, very close to that point. Looking at a 1 hour chart on the VIX. Definitely in some oversold territory here on the 1 hour chart. Starting to dip below this level of resistance. Been in oversold territory on the wins percentage for quite a minute. Oversold territory in full stochastics, heading grid out, and oversold territory on the RSI on a 1 hour chart. So could the VIX be looking for a reason to establish support and find a and turn around soon? Yes, it could be. We're right at the levels where we could see the VIX reverse. So pay close attention to the VIX throughout the rest of this day and tomorrow, because it could be looking for a reversal soon. Unless the VIX really, really washes out and head back down towards 20, which I don't think we could probably be seeing 20 anytime soon. Look at this weekly chart of the VIX. It's just been hovering above major moving average for quite a bit now. One of scenarios, if the VIX do break down below this level where it is now, if you look at the weekly chart, still has support right at the 50-day moving average, which would be right around 25 on the VIX. So there's another area of support. So there's areas of support that the VIX could continue to trickle down to if it breaks below where it is now, and still see a significant bounce to the upside. So don't sleep on the VIX. Pay close attention to this VIX for a possible reversal to the upside. Here's our 4-hour chart on the VIX. Again, we are approaching some oversold territories on the VIX, so watch out for a possible VIX bounce in the near term. Also, look at this 4-hour chart. You see something interesting here. The TTM squeeze, those folks who use it, it can sometimes, it looks just like the it can mimic the Bollinger Bands. When you start to see these red dots start to form, that's a sign of price action going into a very, very tight range, just like you would see on Bollinger Bands. So normally when you go into a tight range on Bollinger Bands, there's eventually at the end of the tunnel a breakout in either direction. I'm gonna do this, breakout in either direction. Breakout or breakdown in either direction. So VIX is being squeezed right now into a tight area. So pay attention to price action on the VIX for possible break out and up or break down and out. All right, wanted to point that out, folks. VIX is your key thing to pay attention to as we continue to rally throughout this day and possibly, throughout the rest of this day and maybe even tomorrow. We got to pay attention to that, but the VIX is going to be a telltale sign. All right, folks, until the next video, catch you guys later. Tim Davis is signing off.